to discuss something today with Dr. Sandy Seifert that I am very passionate about. There are a lot of things I'm passionate about.
Yes, there are.
And you too.
Yes.
But
One of the things.
This is true, and it's project graduation, and you are chairing this, or at least in the leadership.
I'm involved with it.
Okay,
yes,
there you are.
I'm helping with the publicity. I'm helping with the publicity part of this.
I want to state for our audience that my passion is because of a background of experiences early in my superintendency, which this is my 17th year, if that gives anybody any indication. I lost some students. I lost a student and another student in the same vehicle after graduation, had a closed head injury and is not ever, can never be the same. And so, they had just had a little bit of alcohol and smart, were going to college and had such a bright future. And so in the school districts like this one, where parents step up, because it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but it is so worth what you all are giving of your time, because you're not getting paid.
No.
And you will get a few thank yous, but what you're doing it for is to save lives, not just to provide fun, because a few families could just have a scattered parties if we were just trying to provide fun. But what was your incentive, besides the fact that you have helped peripherally raise a large number of your children as their pediatrician, so you know a lot of kids. But talk to us about why you are choosing to give your time to this.
Well, I think all of us are choosing to give our time because it's such an important sentinel event in these kids' lives. They've worked hard for 12 years in school. It's graduation. They are just on the cusp of their future, and it's just such a bad opportunity to have something terrible happen that day or that evening in celebration. I think that obviously automobile safety is a huge deal with adolescents and young adults, and when you throw alcohol into the mix, it's just can be a nightmare. And
or
this is a peak
just
time.
A high level of adrenaline, even if it's not alcohol. Kids have wrecks because they're with a cluster of kids. Sometimes it isn't.
And the adrenaline, the invincibility of being an 18-year-old high school graduate.
That's right. And so if parents think, well, my child isn't going to drink or take drugs, there can still be tragic accidents because kids are just in a cluster and they're feeling bulletproof and maybe get distracted. And
absolutely.
So I'm incredibly supportive of what y'all are doing. Now talk to us about what y'all's plans are.
Well, Project Graduation provides an all-night celebration for any San Angelo High School graduate. It's at Spur Arena, and we have a 20-some-year history of this in San Angelo. There have been a few years where it's been lacking, but for the most part, really more than 20 years, we've had something like this for our graduating seniors, and it provides a place for them to go and be up all night and have fun.
Which they want to do.
They want to do, which, I remember that many years ago, wanting to do that, and that's what they want to do. And so we provide a safe place for them to do it. They can be with their friends. There's food, there's entertainment, there's games, there's lots of fun things to do that they can be with their friends doing. It's not a lock-in. They are allowed to leave if they want, but we don't let them go and come back and go and come back. It ends at 4 or 5 in the morning when they're all tired and ready to go home. And it's a substance-free environment, obviously, that's chaperoned. So we have parents that volunteer to chaperone it, as well as we've often had young men and women from the base that have come and help us with that too. And so it's a great high school celebration that's in a safe environment. They're not out on the road driving. And they're certainly not driving, having been drinking, because they're in a nice place that they can do all sorts of other fun things, and we can keep them safe. And by the time they leave, they're too tired to do anything else.
Yes, you all do a great job bringing together activities that they don't normally have an opportunity to do. And that Spur Arena has a large space, so
It
kids
does.
aren't compressed.
No, there's lots of space. There's music, there's different kinds of entertainment, different kinds of games, lots of food. It's just lots
Prizes?
of craziness.
Y'all get
Yeah, there will be prizes,
Prizes.
and so we're right now collecting all of that. But yeah, there are prizes. It's a really fun evening, and it is a lot of work. We started working on this summer, and those who are in the leadership positions in this really started working on it in the end of spring, summer, and so this has been an ongoing effort, and we're really gearing up now and doing a lot more work fundraising and getting sponsorships, because it's very expensive to put on, providing all of that cool stuff for so many seniors, and really every graduating senior in San Angelo is invited, and so that's nice. So it really is inclusive. It's open to everybody.
Well, and one of the things I know you all look for, besides drawings that you do periodically during the night, and that keeps kids there, but you also need volunteers for the chaperone, not only for chaperones, but for each station,
Right.
where kids are moving from different stations of activities, and parents I know have they volunteer to help with that, and they're there. So when you all started this last summer, what have you been spending your time doing get up to this point?
Well, just sort of laying out the organization, because you have obviously multiple committees working on entertainment, food, fundraising, sponsorships. For instance, we're working on a drawing right now that will be held in May, but for a $5 ticket, if you win, you get 2 free meals from 52 restaurants in town. So yeah, there you go.
Wow, so people...
And I have some here. You can get one if you want.
I'm there.
Yeah, there.
So all ages
Yeah.
would be, what a great thing.
And we'll be, a number of us have tickets that we're selling, but we'll also have a table or a stand at the remaining home football games at Central and Lakeview the next several weeks. I can't even believe we're saying the remaining games, because this fall's going by like this, but if you go to the Central or Lakeview games, actually you should go to the Central and Lakeview football games. Let's reword that. And look for us, because we will have a table or a stand where you can buy a ticket for a drawing for that, which is nice. We also look for monetary donations that you can send any kind of monetary donation you want, and that goes to the Alcohol and Drug Abuse Council for the Concho Valley. And I believe on the TV screen we're going to have the address. And if you want more information to be part of this, organization, we're on Facebook, Project Graduation San Angelo, so you can find us on Facebook too if you want to be helping with any kind of volunteer aspect of it.
One of the most important things is that we keep them safe that night and allow them one more big party at the end of this era. But it can't be done, Sandy, without committed people like you who are busy but feel this is so important, that you have been working now for months. You don't just meet the week before and it all comes together.
There are parents who have been working, I swear they put time in every day, towards this, that are just working so hard.
And it can't be done
great.
Without that.
No, it can't. It's for many of them, it's practically a full-time job. It just is very time intensive, but it's so worth it.
I'm excited that both of our high schools, kids from all over the city, will have this opportunity, because being a mother, that the kids on the north side, they're together in different events.
Absolutely.
And they're together taking college classes, dual credit. They're together, even though they play each other in some things, they like each other, and so it's particularly neat to me, the mother of both high schools,
Yes.
that these kids can come together this last time, really, and have a safe conclusion to that era of their lives.
Well, and absolutely, and it's not a Central High School event or a Lakeview High School event. We're inviting all of our graduating seniors, regardless of where they go to school in San Angelo, to come. It's really for everybody.
Well, I think it's very neat, and I'm so grateful to the people like you who think this is important enough to give, for it to be one of your activities that you're forcing into your already busy schedule. Now, you've talked about where people can send donations, but
Right.
what if a parent wants to be able to be there that night and help man a station, or how do they get involved?
Look us up on Facebook. That's the
Okay.
best way to do it. We've just built a Facebook page, and it's a good way to, you can friend us and send us a message that you want to be involved, and that's the way to get you going, because we have lots of places to plug you in, depending on how much time you want to spend and what what kind of time you have that's free. You may want to do a little something all year round, or maybe you really just have time to help the evening of the event. We want anybody's help in any capacity, and there's lots of places for time.
And it's such a big place, if by chance your child doesn't want you to be invasive in their last party, you can still help from across the room.
My gosh, it's a huge event, and there's plenty of opportunities to help. And I know people are thinking, it's October, my gosh, we're talking about June. June is going to be here tomorrow.
Yes,
It's
yeah, it
amazing
is.
how quickly it goes, especially their senior year, for those of us who have children who are seniors. But for all of us, it goes by so quickly, and there's a lot of work to be done, and we're happy with anybody who wants to give time or money or both. Any of that is great. Buy a ticket for the drawing. That would be great. Anything.
Well, is there anything else that you would like our audience to know?
No, just support us in any way
Well-
you can. And be aware of it. And if you have kids that are seniors, encourage them to go. As the spring approaches, we'll be doing a lot more advertising to get the kids there. We'll be advertising in the schools and in the paper and elsewhere to let them know that this event exists. And as a parent, encourage your child, your young adult, I shouldn't say child, your young adult, to come and participate.
Do you have any idea, I heard at one time, how many kids last year and maybe the year before, but last year I think it was the first year at the Spur Arena. Was it? It's been there 1 or 2 years.
It's been a variety of places, and boy, I don't know that question.
But it was
Next time I come talk to you, I'll know the answer.
Okay,
I
but
don't know
a
the answer.
large,
It's a bunch.
large number.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot
lot.
attend. It
Yeah.
is the place to be.
It is, and encourage for kids out there, encourage your friends to go, because the more people are there, the more fun it is, and you want everybody there.
Absolutely.
It's a fun thing. It's a fun thing to do, and
Okay, and by the time we visit again, we'll both know the answer to that.
I will go look that up, and I will know the answer to that question. Yes, ma'am.
Well, when you consider that there are about 900 plus graduates, both high schools added together, and I know that a large number attended, because they can bring one friend.
They can bring a
can't
friend,
they?
yes.
And it can be a child younger or someone in that same class, I think. So there's a potential for, by the time you have all the adult chaperones, a couple of thousand.
A lot.
A lot. There you are.
A large group, multitude of graduating seniors, yeah.
But I've never heard of, in my years of supporting Project Graduation, not just here but in 2 other cities, I've never heard of unfortunate events where kids either got tangled up with each other.
No, I agree.
or
You don't hear about fights or the police being called in.
No,
It's a wonderful thing.
It's the neatest party.
very positive.
It's very positive. Okay, we'll visit again
Okay.
in the spring.
And I'll know the answer.
And we'll know some answers. Thanks, Sandy,
You're welcome.
very much.
Thank you.